Spoon 23 videos. Hello and welcome to episode 66 of the Imperial Battle Conjurer build, where we will do all, or at least most, of the new quests of the Anniversary Edition on Legendary difficulty, with a character that is not overpowered and still has room to improve. In this episode, we will go to Ivarstead, where we will find a well-hidden dwarven light armor and continue the spy quest, Interception, to gain the Redguard elite armaments. And after that, we will join the Peace Council at High Hrothgar, which is the last step before capturing a dragon, and travel to Sovngarde to defeat Alduin. There's a lot to do. Let's get going. Okay, Ren. Let's go to Ivarstead. And quickly, please. And I will further shorten this ride because it just takes a bit long. And let's stop right here, because I think... where is it? Is it up here? I'm looking... oh yes, for this campsite here. And there is the arena fan. Let's pick up his note. And another book of the Crimson Dirks. Number 8. Let me drop the bucket and read the arena fan's note. As a fan of the Imperial arena and student of history, I was very intrigued when I discovered Volume 8 of the short story collection The Crimson Dirks at a local library in Cheydinhal. While the librarian considered it a work of fiction, I've combed over the information in the story and, much to my delight, found much of it may be true. For instance, there was indeed an orc who fought in dwarven mail after the Great War, who rose to the rank of bloodletter before mysteriously disappearing. The same is true for the blacksmith who abandoned her shop in Cyrodiil under equally unknown circumstances. While I have nothing on the Redguard, the name itself may be an alias. But the last sentence is most intriguing, as it implies our orc bloodletter went north to Skyrim and began fighting in the underground pits. In fact, I've heard there's an orc living in the Pthalft ruins who matches that description right now. I've requested the orc meet with me in private so I can ask him if he is indeed the one in the story. I am so excited. I know the book paints him as a bit unruly toward fans, but authors tend to exaggerate certain features. Besides, even if it were true, I'd be willing to bet time has softened his stance. He'll be more than pleased to meet a true fan of the arena. I can't wait. And that gives us a quest. Fan favorite. Find the orc at the ruins of Pthalft. And the ruins of Pthalft are pretty close in the south. It's a bandit camp. Well, dwarven ruins and a bandit camp. There is Ren. Let's take the route south. That symbol there on the compass, that is where we are going. Bandits. Let me put out my bear. Oh, and there he is. Dwarven male, right? It looks like I'm a bit hungry. Let's eat something. Hey, Ordnok. What do you think of my bear? Wow, you are a hard hitter, actually. Not bad. Okay. Retrieve the armor. Yeah, we have to pick that up. Dwarven mail helmet, dwarven mail boots, and dwarven mail gauntlets. And as you can see, these are all light armor. And by picking them up, we have made them available in the shops. So now they will be mixed there in what the merchants have. But I don't need it, so let's drop it. Just wanted to show you. And it's actually pretty good, but has no warmth rating, so nothing much we can do with it. Would be cool to wear it if it had a warmth rating. The highest warmth rating, that is. And if you care for the Crimson Dirk's short stories, here is number 8. Feel free to stop the video, pause the video to read it. And let's head to Ivarstead, Ren. Another quest awaits us there. Ivarstead is in the north. And there is our guy. Hey, Sirayar.
Yes?
The ravens take flight once more.
I understand. Anyway, it's done. Time to move on.
Read Sirayar's note. Return to Fiji. Okay. Met a hunter from far out west. Bought him a drink and found out a wagon was headed up towards Skyrim, along the southwest border from Hammerfell. He should pass by Thunderstone George on his way through. Not a lot of folks on that road these days. Still, he didn't say how many there were or what they looked like. We need to find out more before we know for sure it's Ismail. Okay. Let's enter the Villamere Inn. Am I tired? Well...
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here? Go home to your mother.
You shouldn't talk to me like that.
Why? What are you gonna do? Cry?
Back off now.
I don't have to take that from you.
Okay?
I'm getting out of here.
Like the bite of a flea.
That's the bite of a flea? What kind of fleas do your orcs have? Nice.
We don't get many visitors through here, unless they're headed up to High Hrothgar, of course.
Of course.
If I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town.
What happened?
It's haunted.
I'd like to rent a room, please.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Yep. And let's sleep for 3 hours. Should be fine. Yep, we are leveling up. Point into health.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
I sure will.
I thought you played.
And he pointed me to High Hrothgar. And that is exactly where we are heading now.
Here for work? Get an axe and bring me all the wood you can chop.
Wow, what was she doing there? So now we are taking the 7,000 steps. I think it's the shortest way up here. For now. And in case you haven't heard, the 7,000 steps are not 7,000 steps. They are closer to 700 steps. It's a myth, you know. I should put on my warm clothes. And why are we going to High Hrothgar? Well, there's a peace council happening. We are the main attraction of the evening. We initiated it so we can kill Alduin in Sovngarde. And just in case you have always played with fast travel, then you may have never seen the guests of the council, of the peace council, arrive. Look, there they are. It's the Blades. Yep, we did not invite them. And one more surprise, this guy here. What are you doing here?
When the Empire surrendered to the Aldmeri Dominion, they shamed us all. We Grey Maids have been feuding with the battle boards for years.
Yep, there's no text,
no more bitter
unfortunately.
enemy than an old friend.
Hey, Angir.
So, you've done it?
Yep.
The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves.
Yeah, don't be so pessimistic. Don't worry, I'll get them to agree to peace.
Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. Do you know the ancient Nord word for war?
No.
Season unending.
Ah.
And so it has proved.
Season
But
unending.
regrets are pointless.
Interesting.
Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
Okay.
So, Arngir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You are not invited here. You are not welcome here.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Were you? hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse old grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all. You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
Very well. You may enter.
I never heard this, actually. That's why I stopped here. Always in such a hurry. Hello? Hello? Hello, everyone? Jarl Elisif, how are you doing?
I'm here because it's required of me.
Oh.
But there's nothing to be gained by talking to that murderer.
I see. Let's sit down. And I will skip this entire conversation because it's long and it's boring, and these guys really are, they want to fight, but they also don't want the dragons to destroy everything. Takes a bit of time to convince them.
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats.
Yep, let's
so we can
negotiate a
begin.
truce.
Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth.
Well, how about Riften?
The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil and threatened Ulfric's southern flank.
It seems I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide, although I'm starting to doubt your fairness. What say you, Dragonborn?
The Empire doesn't need to give up any more territory.
Even the Dragonborn betray Skyrim.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thungvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Leila Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften.
Maven will become the Jarl of Riften. What have I done?
You both agree to this?
I shouldn't agree to terms that so blatantly favor the Empire. I have no choice, though, under the circumstances. But once Alduin is defeated, then it will be the Empire's turn. Remember Evgir Unslag. Come on, Galmar. We have a lot of work to do.
Completed season unending.
A heavy price for this truce.
Learn the shout to call
I
Oddavi.
hope it was worth it.
I need...
Balgruf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes.
I need to talk to
Ready
Esmer.
to do my part.
I'm afraid there's a problem. A serious one. I've discovered who the Greybeard's leader really is.
You've discovered what?
He's a dragon. Not just any dragon, but the right hand of Alduin, responsible for many atrocities during the Ancient Dragon War. The Blades have been hunting him for centuries, but he was protected by the Greybeards, and then the Emperors. Justice demands that he die for his crimes. Until he is dead, I'm afraid my oath as a Blade prevents me from offering you aid and comfort.
How can we lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach?
I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temple, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up.
Okay, which one is it? And how does that help us?
I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call.
I see. So, what's this dragon's name?
Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here, in this scroll. Odavin.
Oh, Davi.
Winged snow hunter, as I read it.
Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this
So,
trap.
Esbern wants us to kill Paarthurnax,
Dragon's Reach.
and they won't help us anymore if we don't kill Paarthurnax. Luckily, we don't need any more help from the blades.
Hey, did you say something?
No, Esbern, I actually didn't say anything. The good thing is, you gave us the name of the dragon before we had to kill Paarthurnax. And, well, so I can let him live. Next goal is Falkreath. And we are fast traveling from High Hrothgar to Falkreath. Nothing happened, so you won't miss a thing. And we have arrived at Falkreath. Nice. You wait here, Ren. And let me visit the barracks. On this table, Guard's Bounty Letter Draft, Guard Dossier Azrael, and a Guard's Note. Let's start with the Guard Dossier about Azrael. Status: active. Capture or kill, high priority. Description: male, high elf, age unknown. Background: a member of the Crimson Dirks, a notorious group of bandits and marauders originally based in Cyrodiil. Little else is known about the target, although some intelligence suggests he was often used as an information gatherer for the bandits. Operational notes: it was originally thought that an Altmer might attempt to blend into wealthier circles, but according to our informant, he's done the opposite. He's stripped his armor and gone native, hunting game in the forest south of Thunderstone Gorge. He should still be considered dangerous, however, and it would be wise to put up a bounty when his identity is confirmed. We can take this. Started: once a hunter, kill Azrael. Here is the bounty. He is accompanied by a fearsome wolf. A reward will be offered to anyone who kills him. From Nenya. And this note is about saving money from bounties by keeping the valuables. And that's it. Let's get out of here. Go to the tavern. Dead Man's Drink.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
You're going to have the men around here wrapped around your finger in no time.
I need a room, please.
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Good.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
And in this room, there is a journal. It's named Mysterious Altar. Started: a dying wish. I was 2 days into my journey from Markarth when the ataxia struck. I thought if I bit down on a piece of cloth it would distract me from the pain, but eventually my joints could bear the weight no longer. I stopped at the roadside ruins looking for a place to rest. It was there, in the briars of an autumn fog, that I came across a strange altar rooted in the ground. Beside it stood an old woman, who I took for its keeper. Taking note of my apprehension, the old woman beckoned me forward. Wordlessly, she raised her hand and directed it toward the altar. She was asking me to choose. In my travels I have passed through hag-raven camps and seen many a twisted thing, but none like this. Placed in its gnarled hands were 3 empty bowls and a cup to fill them. At last the old woman spoke. with an accent I couldn't place. The first bowl, she said, would grant you power. The second would bring you fortune. The third, however, would offer you nothing at all. Looking back now, I can't tell you if any of this was real or some hallucination I dreamt up to cope with the fever. Or it could be the altar was no different than a standing stone, a tribute to a god long forgotten. Still, I felt compelled to ask the woman how and where I would find my boon. She said it would come to me. Unfortunately, the ataxia has cursed me with sleeplessness. Worse yet, the disease has progressed to a point that I fear I will not live to see the outcome of my choice. A shame, as I wonder even now if I have made the right one. Rolnik Windstrider. We can take it. Okay.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
There's nothing else I need. Hey.
A sad time.
Mathis, I would prefer you not being here in the room where I sleep. What's sad? Is this place always so gloomy?
Yes, and I couldn't tell you why. My wife and I think there's some dark magic at work. Or perhaps Arkay's influence is strong here, and he likes to keep it this way.
Yeah, perhaps.
Good to talk to you.
Yeah, will you go now, please? No, you want to sit here. Well, okay. Just as you want it. Okay. Let's sleep for 10 hours. Wake up well rested. And hungry. Let's eat a venison chop. And a salmon steak.
You're going to have the men around here wrapped around your finger.
Be mindful. My maid
Watch what you're doing.
has been known to pass information.
So, we have new quests. Let's select them. A dying wish and once a hunter. Anything else? No. Okay. So, let's travel to the roadside ruins, which is here. It is pretty close. Ren, you wait here. I hear a dragon, by the way. I think I'm carrying too much stuff. Yeah, you can have the Bow of Shadows. Yep, really. You can have the Goblin Totem Staff. You can have the Glass Gauntlets of Eminent Smithing. I don't need any more money, so you can have the Master Ropes of Destruction. And the necklace. And quite a lot of potions. Okay, that's it. Completed. Travel to the roadside ruins. Choose a bowl at the altar. Let's take a look at the chest first. Leather scout boots. Oh, they're looking cool. So, fill altar of nothing, fill altar of power, fill altar of fortune. And was there anything else? There is a skull. Oh, catalogue of weapon enchantments. That's an enchanting book. Okay. Now I know that for the altar of fortune and for the altar of nothing, I will have to cook something or use alchemy. So we have only one choice. We use the altar of power. Let's fill it. Started the pit. Exit the dungeon. Search the dungeon for more information. Okay. Yep, we are here in a dungeon. This is what we are wearing, like a prisoner. Oh, that's good. That's good. We find basic armor and a dagger. Oh, even better. Elven stuff. I will wear that. And the steel dagger. Can't see any information here. Open the pit. They said there was information. Let's check. There's a poison. Oh, maybe we can use that. And there's a potion of healing, which might come in handy. Because we have nothing anymore. Oh, there it is. Prisoner's note. I don't know how I became a prisoner here, but the bandits say I have one of two options: fight for my freedom or get sold to slavers. I'm not sure who or what it is I have to fight, but I doubt it's gonna be fair. The pit champion's got this big, powerful meat cutter on her back. Meanwhile, they left me an iron sword, so old it had mushrooms growing on it. Maybe one of the other poor sods who fought before me has something that isn't completely useless. If these pit fighters killed a soldier or two, I'm guessing they didn't bother cleaning up the mess. But seeing as this whole thing is rigged, I'm not sure winning will do much good anyway. Yeah, we have more info now. Luckily, we are a conjurer. Oh, that was easy.
Huh?
Let me select. Slow time? Yep. Oh, I'm really not doing much damage here. And here is the champion. Defeat the champion.
No one hides from the dead.
Mesky Skull Saber.
Loon!
Take the champion's treasures. There is Bittercup, a note on the Bittercup, the Grand Champion's sword, some gold, and the Grand Champion's helm. Let's take a look at that stuff. The Grand Champion helm. Heavy armor. Nothing special about it. It looks cool. I can't use it. Let's drop it. The Grand Champion's sword is a sword. Good damage. Nothing special about it though. We can't use a sword. We won't use a sword. Let's drop it.
Does someone live among the dead?
So now these guys try to finish me off here.
Does someone live among the dead?
Which reminds me, I could actually use Grand Healing instead of Close Wounds.
Never had enough of you.
Retrieve my belongings. Would you like to meet my bear? Anyone here? No, no one here. A hag handed me this cup, saying it would bring out the best and the worst in me. I wasn't sure about that part, but I do like shiny clink, so I took it off her hands. Besides, I think this hag was half blind and fully empty in the head. This wasn't no cup. It looks more like a trophy to me. So I got to thinking, being the idea guy that I am, if some pit dog goes through all the trouble of becoming champion, we should give them this cup, with a ceremony and a feast and such, maybe even carve their name into it. Then I pitched my idea to the boss, thinking she'd love it. But instead she got real mad, stomped on my bunions, and made me scrub the privy for even entertaining the idea before taking the cup for herself. Next thing I know, I'm down in the dungeon, washing a particularly foul-smelling bucket that it hits me again. In order to be the champion, you'd have to kill the boss first. It's no wonder she was so mad. I guess the old hag was right after all. Turned out it was the best and worst idea all at once. Okay. I cannot open that yet. Open wooden door. And unlock Skyrim requires a key. Here's my bear. Oh, there's the boss.
At your best. Can't win this.
Interesting. Does he have anything? He has the pit key. Great. I think that's what I need. Yep. And a bandit. A dead bandit. And I hear someone else. Oh yeah. Another bag. What? What did you say? Oh, must have missed it. Wow, there's a lot of bodies here. Anything to be found? Nope, not really. Okay. What about here? No. Nothing. Good. I have the key. So, let's open this. Let me get my stuff. Let's drop the elven armor. Okay. I can get out to Skyrim here, but maybe I don't think I have killed them all. Or have I? Where's the arena? The pit. Can I go back? Are the guys still here? Yes.
You picked a bad time to get
someone there?
Oh, wrong weapon. Not bad.
Is someone there? What's that?
I don't think there's a way up to these guys. Nope.
I know I heard. Nothing here after
Is someone there?
Yeah, you can meet there.
Time to die.
Yep. I cannot get up there.
Can't hide from me. Just here. Where are you?
You can't win this.
There's no lever, right? No.
When I find you, you're dead.
Someone do something.
Okay. If I cannot get up there, then let's get out of here. Oh, Go is here. Completed the pit. Okay. And let me head back to the roadside ruins. Because this is where Ren is waiting for me. And I need my unicorn. Dragon. It's raining. Let's clear the skies.
Lockpicking!
Hey Ren, I had a nice adventure. By the way, here. In potions, there is no Bittercup. Permanently increases the greater of health, magicka or stamina by 20 points and decreases the lesser by 20 points. I don't want to use that because it will decrease my stamina and I cannot have less stamina. I don't need Bittercup. And as you can see, you cannot select anything again here, because this is the choice that was made. And even though that dragon is pretty close, let's get up here. Yep, up. Is it really raining again? I just shouted clear skies. It doesn't matter, because this is the end of episode 66, and we did a lot. Most importantly, there is only one piece missing to defeat Alduin, and this we will do at the very end of this playthrough. And we did the Bittercup quest, which was kind of interesting, but for our build, not too much of a challenge. I do like it though, losing everything and getting it back later, and surviving on what little is left. I bet this would be a real challenge for a warrior. So how were the new quests? Well, that dwarven light armor could come in handy. And Bittercup, well, the pit was okay, I guess. The helmet and the sword looked cool. The adventure itself was short, but really an interesting location. In the next episode, we will get the next pet, a goat named Hilda, which is pretty good for carrying stuff. And we will start Forgotten Seasons, which is a big one. I'm looking very forward to it, and I hope I will see you there. Have a great time, and take good care.